The 50-30-20 rule was created in 2005. You know what else happened in 2005? Gas was $2.30 a gallon. Rent was $700, and you could actually afford to exist. So let me ask you this. Why are we still following a budget built for an economy that doesn't exist anymore? I'm about to tell you why that rule might be completely useless for your life right now, and what actually works instead. Look, you've probably heard about the 50-30-20 rule. Maybe a boomer boss mentioned it. Maybe your parents swear by it. Maybe some finance bro on TikTok told you it's the golden standard for budgeting. But here's what nobody's talking about. That rule was built for a different world. A world where rent didn't cost more than a car payment, where student loans weren't a life sentence, and where one job could actually cover your bills. So today, we're not just talking about the 50-30-20 rule. We're putting it on trial. We're asking the hard questions. Is it dead? Is it outdated? Or can we resurrect it and make it work for our broke, burnt-out, side-hustling generation? You're watching MCubed, Money Mindset Makeover. This isn't just a channel. It's a mindset revolution. Subscribe to elevate your money mindset. Elevate your life. And stick around, because today, we're cracking the blueprint that can take you from broke to baller. Whether you're 18, 25, or just trying to figure this adulting thing out. Let's start with the basics. The 50-30-20 rule says you should split your after-tax income like this. 50% for needs, rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, minimum debt payments. The stuff you literally cannot survive without. 30% for wants, dining out, Netflix, new clothes, concerts, that oat milk latte habit. The fun stuff. 20% for savings and debt payoff. Emergency fund, retirement, extra payments on student loans or credit cards. Sounds clean, right? Sounds doable. It's simple math, 3 buckets, and you're done. Except, it's 2026, and that math doesn't add up anymore. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The 50-30-20 rule was created by Senator Elizabeth Warren and her daughter in 2005. Back then, it made sense. Rent was affordable. College didn't require selling a kidney. A single income could support a household. But let's talk about 2026. The average rent in the US is now around $1,700 a month. If you're making $3,000 a month after taxes, that's 57% of your income gone before you even buy groceries. Add in utilities, transportation, health insurance, and suddenly your needs aren't 50%. They're 70%, 80%, sometimes 90%. Let me paint you a picture. Meet Jasmine. She's 24, works full-time as a graphic designer, making $45,000 a year. After taxes, she brings home about $2,900 a month. She lives in a mid-sized city, nothing fancy, just trying to survive. Rent, $1,500 utilities, and internet, $150 groceries, $400 car payment and insurance, $350 student loan. Minimum payment, $250 health insurance, $200 total needs, $2,850. That's 98% of her income gone. And we haven't even talked about wants or savings yet. So when financial gurus tell Jasmine to follow the 50-30-20 rule, what they're really saying is, figure out how to spend $1,450 on needs, save $580, and still have fun with $870. Meanwhile, her reality is, spend $2,850 on needs and pray nothing breaks. You're not lazy. You're not bad with money. The system is rigged, and the old rules don't account for the new game. Have you or someone you know ever struggled keeping a budget? Drop your story in the comments. Your experience might help someone else avoid losing their hard-earned cash. Let's address the elephant in the room. In many cities, especially where young people actually want to live and work, rent alone can be 50% or more of your income. New York, LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Austin, Miami, even smaller cities are pricing people out. Here's the hard truth. If rent alone is taking 50% or more, you have 3 choices. 1. Move. Get a roommate or relocate to a lower cost of living area. I know it sucks. I know it's not fair. But sometimes survival means making the uncomfortable choice. 2. Increase your income. Side hustle. Ask for a raise. Switch jobs. Freelance. The only way to fix a budget that's broken on the income side is to make more money. 3. Accept temporary imbalance. Sometimes you're in survival mode, and that's okay. The 50-30-20 rule doesn't have to be your reality right now, but it can be your goal. Okay, so we've established the original rule is broken. But here's the real twist. The framework isn't dead. We just need to update the software. Let me give you the MCubed Money Mindset Makeover version of budgeting for 2026. These are the 5 smart financial moves you need to make whether you're 18, 20, or 25. Hell, even if you're 35 and just getting started. Move No. 1. Know your real numbers, not the ideal ones. Stop trying to force your budget into someone else's percentages. Track where your money actually goes for 30 days. Every dollar, every swipe, every Venmo. Use an app like Mint, YNAB, or even just a spreadsheet. Once you see the truth, you can work with reality instead of fighting it. Maybe your needs are 70% right now. That's your baseline. You can't save what you don't have, but you can plan from where you actually are. Move number 2. Redefine needs versus wants ruthlessly. Here's where people mess up. They confuse convenience with necessity. You need housing. You don't need a 1-bedroom apartment in the trendiest part of town. You want it. You need food. You don't need DoorDash 4 times a week. You want it. I'm not saying live like a monk. I'm saying be honest. When you categorize a $200 monthly subscription package as a need, you're lying to yourself. And that lie is costing you your future. Move number 3, pay yourself first, even if it's just $20. The 20% savings goal? Forget it if you're broke. But don't abandon the concept entirely. Even if you can only save $20 a paycheck, do it. Automate it. Make it disappear before you see it. Why? Because saving isn't just about the money, it's about building the habit. It's about training your brain to prioritize future you over present you. Start small and build momentum. Then scale up when your income grows. Move number 4. Attack high-interest debt like it's on fire. Credit card debt at 22% interest? That's not a bill, that's a financial fire. If you have high-interest debt, your savings bucket should be your debt destruction bucket. Here's the math. If you're earning 0.5% in a savings account while paying 22% on credit card debt, you're losing. Pay off the debt first. Then build savings. Yes, you need an emergency fund eventually, but paying off high-interest debt is an emergency. Move number 5. Increase your income or die trying. Look, you can only cut expenses so far. At some point, you can't budget your way out of a low income. You have to earn your way out. This is the part where hustle culture gets a bad rap, and I get it. You shouldn't have to work 3 jobs just to survive. But until the system changes, you have to play the game. Side hustle, upskill, network, negotiate. Switch jobs every 2-3 years for raises. Whatever it takes. Because here's the truth. A $1,000 budget crisis can't be solved by cutting $50 in expenses. It needs a $1,000 income solution. Now hold on, because this part matters. The 50-30-20 rule isn't dead, but it's also not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a framework, a starting point, a goal. Here's the real secret that nobody talks about. Becoming financially free isn't about following a rule perfectly. It's about building systems that work while you sleep. It's about making intentional choices instead of default ones. It's about knowing where your money goes so you can redirect it toward the life you actually want. Maybe right now your split is 75-25. That's okay. But if you're aware of it, you can work towards 60-25-15. Then 50-30-20, then maybe even 40-30-30. The point isn't perfection. The point is progress. This is where broke ends and ownership begins. You're not a victim of your budget. You're the CEO of your financial future. And CEOs make data-driven decisions. So stop beating yourself up for not fitting into some decades-old formula. Start building your own. Let's bring it home. Is the 50-30-20 rule dead? No. But it's on life support for a lot of us. It was built for an economy that doesn't exist anymore. Rent is higher. Wages are stagnant. Debt is crushing. And pretending those realities don't exist doesn't help anyone. But here's what is golden. The principle behind the rule. Awareness, intentionality, balance. Those things never go out of style. Whether you're 18 and just starting your first job, 22 and drowning in student loans, or 25 trying to save for a house while also eating something other than ramen, the same core truths apply. Know your real numbers. Be ruthless about needs versus wants. Pay yourself first, even if it's small. Kill high-interest debt. Find ways to increase your income. You're not failing because you can't hit 50-30-20. You're surviving in an economy designed to keep you broke. But survival isn't the end game. Thriving is. And you've got this. $1, one decision, one day at a time. Before you go, next video, we're breaking down how to read your paycheck like a pro. Probably never thought about needing this video until you watch it. Could be 10 only minutes of your week that helps you for a lifetime. Stick and stay, I've got your back. See you there, MCubed family.